So Bhagavan made some arrangements. God made some arrangements. Made the arrangement for him to go to the Western countries. He didn't have money to go in that ship. He sat in the Jaladut. To travel in the ship is so uncomfortable. For one night I spent in a ship journey in a ship, and it is so difficult. Have you ever have any traveling in the ship? Where? So my ship had 18 floors. You cannot even believe. It's like a cruise. Very beautiful. Just like a room. There's like kitchen, everything. It's like a suite for everyone, like a small apartment for everyone. It's like this cruise, like this kind of big ships. So, but to sleep was difficult because the boat was always like the ship. They're moving, because of the movement of the waves and like this. So for a while, you like that sensation of moving in the water, but actually for the body. Your body is always moving. Like this. I went 2 times. I remember. In Sardinia, in Italy. Vrindavana, vem cá! Chega aqui! So he spent 2 months in that ship, Srila Swami Maharaj, in the ship for 2-3 months. It was like a cargo ship. Like for free he was going. Or like very... So first he reached Boston. Very difficult to preach in United States. Very difficult to preach. E traz o cabo e o fone de ouvido, só isso, bem cá. So, in Bhakti, just somehow you must come to the path of Bhakti, that's it. The money using in the preaching, publishing books, create temples, make centers, make all the facilities for people to stay in. It's good to earn money, but this money, you should use it properly. You can use in the service of the devotees. What else? not prohibiting to get money. It's not prohibited to earn money, but have to use the money properly, like publishing books, distributing books. This is good or not? First, understand what is karma. What is the definition of karma? What do you understand about the definition of karma? What is karma? Whatever you do for your body and what is related to your body, this is karma. This is the definition of karma. But this karma you have to direct it towards Lord. So use the things for Bhakti and Bhagavan, for the devotees and God. Then this will not be karma. So the bodily seva? Like what? So this is not coming in the karma. Like you need to eat or not? Yes. So this is for the body, yes. But to eat, you just use it, offer the food to God. Offer to God the food. And then do bhajan. So eat whatever is necessary for you, the rest you feed others. So eat and feed to others. So in English there are two words. Eat and feed. So if you don't eat, like everybody must eat, not only drinking water. It's necessary for the body, right? And take whatever is necessary. So if you have a family, then nourish your family and take care of them. So if the rest of the money, then you use to serve Bhakti and Bhagavan. This is being told. So you have the rights to perform karma. Everyone has the right to perform karma. In the Gita, Bhagavan says, those who say, I am not performing karma, they are liars. But we have to accept only what is necessary. So also the quality. So there's a quality. So you have to use clothes according to the society where you are. Suppose I was in Russia. You see how I was in Russia with the jacket. One day I was there without a turban. Actually, I put two hats. You know that small hat Gurudev uses? So two coats, two jackets. Because according to what is necessary. Here is not like that, but here is so hot. I'm only wearing one t-shirt and it's enough. But if I go outside, then must wear other things. So, but inside here, just need one t-shirt and that's it. So in this way, according to the society where we are, you have to follow everything according to the society. Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains this. If you're grihastha, okay, you stay with your family and you have to take care of your family. And So karma, what is karma? Whatever you do for your body and what is related to your body, this is karma. But bhakti, whatever you do for Lord and His devotees, this is bhakti. So this is the definition of bhakti. So you have to eat. So you have to eat and offer to the deity. You eat 2 chapatis. 1 chapati you give to someone, another chapati you eat. Understand? For the grihastas, there are more exceptions. Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains, in that grantha it's written, for the grihastas, you have to do some saving. The grihasta must do some saving. A saving. Sorry, I told the concession exception, I was wrong. The grihasta can have to do some saving of money. Because maybe sometimes there's some emergency, but for those who are renounced, then no need. People give me banana and then start distributing for everyone. I don't even take 1 banana. People, 1 person gave me sweets yesterday and I gave to everyone. I didn't even, immediately I distribute to everyone. So what is necessary? If people give me, I take what is necessary, rest I distribute. I distribute, then people give me more, then again I distribute more. This is true. But for the grihasta, they must do some savings. Otherwise, your wife will tell, where's my clothes? Where are my clothes? Isn't it? So you got married in front of everyone. Everybody saw you got married. They're witness to your. You told you take care of your wife like this. So this is true. So bhakti and karma different. So this body we obtain because of the prarabdha karma. So all your karmas Krishna destroys, but Krishna gives just little bit of karma to you. And in 1 birth, He'll destroy all the remaining karma. Krishna will destroy the remaining karma. But he gives some karma to you just to make you more eager. To make you more eager. So also God makes you give some suffering so that you become more humble for 2 reasons God gives. To destroy your ego or your pride, and also to make us humble. Then you'll think, oh God, which kind of karma have I done that I'm suffering this? Actually, the devotee has no karma. Once, if you chant holy names, all the papas, the sins already are destroyed. For many days I'm talking about this Kirtaniya Sadahari. If only once you chant holy names, if you chant holy names once, everything is destroyed. I told about Dasarath Maharaj. So I told about other Ramayanas. The Dasarath Maharaj, he kills the son of the blind Rishi, Andamuni. And then Dasarath Maharaj, he went to do atonement with Vasishta Rshi. This is in another Ramayana, this story. And then one disciple of Vasishta Rshi told, oh, you have to chant the name of Ram 3 times. The disciple of the Vasishta told, you have to chant the Ram Naam 3 times. Then after, Vasishta came and told, 3 times? And Vasishta Rshi, no, only one time was enough. Why told the disciple? Why did you tell Dasarath Maharaj to chant 3 times? So why to chant again and again if only once is enough? So once you can chant, why to chant again and again? Why? Because just like the husk, the husk of the rice, the covering of the rice. So until you have separated the rice from its husk, you have to shake it and ham it. You have to press until you separated the husk from the rice. So until you have developed Bhagavat Prem, you have to continue chant. So until when you do Guru Seva? Until you haven't received the mercy of Guru. Oh, but now I have received the mercy of Guru, so should I stop serving him? No. The seva is eternal. So the 3 examples were given. Which examples I gave? So you go to the king because you need some money from the king. So you'll be with the king until he gives you the money. No, you stay with the king until he gives you the money. And another example, just like a woman is thinking about her husband. Like the husband of the wife went out some another country, so the woman is thinking about her husband. Until when you think about your husband? Until your husband come back. So viraha. Also another example, like if the husband is dead and the woman is thinking whole life about the husband. So all are eternal. So you're chanting holy names in this world. Also, you go to the spiritual world and you also chant holy names. But here you chant with the japamala. There, no need japamala. But there you're also chanting. Actually, there, whatever you're doing, you're always chanting holy names in the spiritual world. So you're milking the cows, and what you're telling? You're milking the cow and you're chanting Govinda Naam, Govinda Damodara Madhavati. But here you're with Japamala. There is not necessary. Whatever you do, you're only chanting the names of Krishna always. Deixa perto para sair o som da voz. Like a small kid is crying, how to make him stop crying? Patting on his back and chanting, Govinda Damodara Madhavati. Oh, my son, don't cry. Chant. Govinda Damodara Madhavati. Sing also. Names of Bhagavan. So the world, the holy name is also in this world and also in the spiritual world. We chant with Japamala. There, no need. Whatever you do, like walking, whatever you do, you're always chanting holy names. Everything they do there is for the love they have for Krishna. The main thing is their love. The service for the love and affection they have towards Krishna. They serve due to the love they have for Krishna. Some internet reception problem from India. Whatever they do chanting holy names and with love towards Krishna. Everything's for the happiness. Their body is transcendental. In this world, we're performing sadhana. In the spiritual world, there is no sadhana. Everything is like natural, spontaneous. Their body is made of prema. Prema mai sarir. Their body is spiritual, made of prema. Everything is maintained by Shuddha Sattva. This is transcendental. What is Shuddha Sattva? On the basis of sandhini, Hladini and Samvit, they mix. So one thing is sattva. Suppose when you feel romancha come pass through, trembling, hair standing on end. So this world is sattva, raja and tama in this world. But what is really the sattva? Gurudev explained, sorry, I couldn't follow the translation for that. But Shuddha Sattva is on the basis of sandhini, Samvit and Hladini mix. This is Vishuddha Sattva. Vishuddha Sattva. So Shuddha Sattva is, Gurudev just told that I couldn't follow, sorry. So all their bodies is not, nothing about Maya touches that the body of them in the spiritual world. It's not touched by Maya. They are always thinking about Krishna and serving Krishna always. Like Bhagavan is Satchit Ananda. So their bodies are also Satchit Ananda, the body of the eternal associates of Lord. They have a transcendental body. Take my glasses. Chaitanya Charitamrita explains. Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati and Bhaktivinoda Thakur explain.
भगवान की जो सब प्रकाशिका चित्त वृत्ति प्रकाश करते हैं क्या बोला भगवान की सब प्रकाशिका चित्त की वृत्ति. So the tendency of the self-manifested potency of Lord manifests. Because Bhagavan is Satchidananda. So Chit Shakti has three vrittis. Samvit, Sandhini and Hladini. Satta means satta, existence. Existence. So the presiding deity of sattva is Baladev Prabhu. Chit means Gyan. Presiding deity of Gyan is Krishna. Ananda, Hladini Shakti. Srimati Radhika. So they are swaprakashika, means self-manifested. Just like the potency to burn of the fire is self-manifested. This potency the fire has to burn is always within the fire. Every substance they have some like propriedades, some characteristics that make that substance him. Like suppose ice. The ice is always cold, you know, and this is always like within the ice to be cold, like water. Water is liquid.
By some reason, maybe it's maybe the water became like a solid, but all the substances they have their own properties or their own characteristics, own qualities. So in the same way, the Chidvasu spiritual entity also have always some characteristic inherent. Which one? Hladini, Samvit, Sandhini.
भगवान स्वरूप शक्ति आदि के द्वारा विशेष रूप से प्रकाशित होते हैं।
Sorry, it's very difficult to translate, even to understand these words. I'm sorry.
उसमें माया की कोई संपर्क नहीं रहता, बड़ी निर्गुण सत्ता।
They have no relation with Maya, beyond Maya. So these three tendencies, they are self-manifested and they are always in the spiritual world. These three potencies, Samvit, Sandhini, and Hladini, are always self-manifested and exist in the spiritual world. Vishuddha Sattva. So Lord is self-manifested. His potency is self-manifested on the basis of Sandhini. Samvit and Hladini manifest. This is called Shuddha Sattva or Vishuddha Sattva. Or Shuddha Sattva.
Sandhini e Hladini misturados com base no Samvit.
Gurudev is reading from some book. Chaitanya Charitamrita, he told, no? I think.
Gurudeva está lendo de algum livro, provavelmente Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Sorry, this is a very difficult subject. So, aadhar shakti, the basis, existence. These are some technical words you have to remember. Okay, so first, Samvit, Sandhini, Hladini. Hladini, these three.
Samvit, Sandhini e Hladini, esses três.
इसमें जो है जो प्रधान होता है, जिसमें जब संधीनी प्रधान हो जाता है.
So, when Sandhini is more prominent, then this is called Adhara Shakti. Sandhini is like the basis. Adhara Shakti, like the recipient, the basis. Samvit is when this. So everything depends on Vishuddha Sattva. So whatever is prominent in the Vishuddha Sattva, then it will be more prominent. Like Vishuddha Sattva, when Samvit Shakti is more prominent in Vishuddha Sattva, so this is atma vidya. No, Samvit is knowledge. Now Gurudev is saying. So Samvit is knowledge. So when Samvit is more prominent, this is the knowledge. Knowledge is two kinds of knowledge. Atma Gyan, knowledge about the soul. Atma vidya. So when you also have Atma Gyan, knowledge of the soul, this Tattva Gyan, this knowledge about the truth will come. After Tattva Gyan, then you have Big Gyan, realization. So one thing is Tattva Gyan, another thing is Big Gyan, realization. So, but when Hladini is more prominent in Vishuddha Sattva, then this is called Gujja Vidya, confidential knowledge. Gujja Vidya. So this Gujja Vidya is also in two. Bhakti and Bhakti Pravartak. Pravartak. Because Hladini makes you enter in Bhakti. Pravartak means to enter. So the example is given. Like to see and to show. To see is when you see yourself. But to show is when you make someone see something. You are seeing yourself and you make another person also see. This is to show. So a mother is showing to her son the moon. So the mother is seeing the moon. The mother is seeing, okay, I'm seeing the moon.
चंद्र को मैं देख रहा हूँ
Okay, I'm looking at the moon.
और मैं दूसरे को चंद्रमा को दिखा रहा हूँ तो मैं देख रहा
So
हूँ
I am seeing the moon and I'm showing the moon. I'm making my son see the moon.
Eu vejo a lua e eu vou
So that's why he say. In Vedanta Sutta explain, he sees.
संग देखना
Sa oikota.
diz, ele vê.
देखा इंग्लिश क्या है
So how is deka in English?
O que é deca em inglês?
दिखाना
To see. And dikana?
E decana,
तो दिखाना
To show. To show. How to call in Hindi? Gurudev is asking. How to say the English?
ele tá,
तो ये सही
To show. S-H-O-W.
tu show, que ele tá falando.
So the
como é em
mother
inglês, to show,
shows
né?
the moon to her son.
Então a mãe mostra a lua
So
para
from
seu
see becomes show in English.
de si, que é ver em inglês. Fica
So you're seeing yourself, you see something. So this is to see, we use this word. But to show is when you make someone see something. So you're seeing that thing, and also you're making that person see.
você está fazendo o que
एक ही समय हमें दो काम
So at the same time, two things are going on.
करते देख
Então, ao mesmo tempo, duas coisas.
I am seeing,
और मेरा बेटा को
and I'm also showing to my son.
E eu estou mostrando para o meu filho.
कहने की तात्पर्य
So what I want to say is that this Gujja Bidya, confidential knowledge, has two parts, Bhakti and Bhakti Pravartaka. Means to do Bhakti and to engage somebody in Bhakti. To follow Bhakti and to engage somebody in Bhakti. Like the Guru with the disciple. The Guru makes the disciple come in the Bhakti. The Guru himself is performing Bhakti and he engages the disciple in Bhakti. So two things.
Ele se engaja
So the Guru is himself following Bhakti and he also engages the disciple in Bhakti.
engaja o discípulo.
So Guru follows Bhakti and he engages the disciple in Bhakti.
Então, o guru segue Bhakti e também
This is going on.
faz com que o discípulo se
So
engaje
के
em
द्वारा प्रति आत्मा का भक्ति इसको जो है प्रेम प्रकाशित होता है तब क्या होता है
then what happens?
Então, o que
The
acontece?
Prema manifests.
O prema se
वही
manifesta.
विशुद्ध सत्ता की जब
When this Vishuddha Sattva,
एक ही जुगपत
Quando esse Vishuddha Sattva,
भक्त रूप में प्रकाशित होता है
so these three potencies manifest
então
in one, this is Vigraha Murti, one deity. Samvit, Sandhini, Hladini, same. Before we were telling that which one was prominent, they have different names. But when these three, Samvit, Sandhini, and Hladini, they are in one, like same proportion, then
quando os três estão juntos,
this is a Murti, deity,
isso é uma murti, uma deidade,
Vigraha.
uma vigraha, Samvit, Sandhini,
And the deity is Satchidananda,
e a deidade
transcendental.
é Sati,
You must know this tattva.
transcendental.
हिला देगी
Everybody will, like, your head will, like, you go crazy, no? It's very difficult
Vocês vão
topic,
ficar
Gurudev said.
loucos, hein? Esse tópico é muito difícil, hein?
पहले का वो वस्तु है उसके नाम सandhini होने पर उसे क्या होता
So I told that from Sandhini comes this tattva, this Aadhar Shakti, the basis of existence. From Samvit, this Gyan. And two kinds of Gyan, I told.
Tem dois tipos de
Tattva Gyan and Atma Gyan, knowledge about God and soul.
Hladini प्रधान होता है
Then when Hladini is more prominent, then it's Bhakti.
tiver mais.
So I just tell directly the summary. I was 30 minutes talking, but actually this is the essence of what I told.
Eu estou falando há 30 minutos, mas essa é a essência do que eu tô
hladini
dizendo.
प्रधान होने से
So when Hladini is more prominent,
Quando o Hladini for mais proeminente,
so this becomes Bhakti and Bhakti Pravartak. Means person, what did I say? Gurudev is asking again.
e Bhakti Pravartak.
hladini
O que eu disse
Pravartak is to engage in Bhakti, remember?
Pravartak é engajar alguém em
पर दोनों रहा स्वयं भक्ति करते हैं
So you yourself, you're performing Bhakti and also you engage others in Bhakti.
praticando Bhakti e
Just like the mother.
os outros
जो
em
है
Bhakti.
माँ जो है
Assim como a mãe.
माँ
So the mother is showing to her son or daughter the moon.
और ये तो करा
A
रही है
mãe está mostrando a lua para seu filho.
So she's showing, means she's seeing and also showing to him, making him see.
Ela está mostrando e também, ela está vendo e também
So in Bhakti is like this. You yourself perform Bhakti and also engage others in Bhakti.
você mesmo faz Bhakti e engaja
This is called Pravartak, when you engage somebody.
Pravartak.
Like
Engajar os outros a fazer
you study and you teach, like all this. You make the action and also you make the other person also perform that action.
Você faz ação e faz com que os outros pratiquem essa ação.
एक तो है भगवान जिस शक्ति के द्वारा सत्ता के धारण करते हैं काल द्रव्य प्रकाश का संवित जिस शक्ति के द्वारा
So Samvit, by this potency,
जानते हैं
Então, Samvit, por meio
you
dessa
can know and
potência,
make others know you or know also.
conhecer
This
e
is
também
Samvit.
fazer com que outros te conheçam. Isso é Samvit.
जानते हैं
So you yourself know, you got the knowledge,
Você
and
mesmo
you
conhece.
make others also to know, like you teach or you explain,
Você
and
mesmo
others also
conhece
know.
e faz com que outros também conheçam. Explica
So
para
to
os
get
outros.
knowledge and to give knowledge to others.
Então, conseguir conhecimento e transmitir o conhecimento.
इसलिए करे ये संवित शक्ति
This is Samvit Shakti. And Hladini,
Shakti. Hladini.
के द्वारा स्वयं कृष्ण अपने के आनंद प्रदान
so Krishna,
अनुभव करते
he feels happiness and he gives happiness with this Hladini Shakti.
Krishna
Hladini
se
शक्ति के
sente
द्वारा
feliz e dá felicidade com esse Hladini.
Krishna is relishing bliss and also making others relish the bliss.
Ele saboreia a felicidade
वह पूरा माया
e faz com que os outros saboreiem a felicidade.
संस्पर्श नहीं है जो
So Maya cannot touch them anyhow, like not even a bit. Maya cannot touch.
Não pode tocá-los de maneira alguma.
So Vaikuntha, they manifest from these Vishuddha Sattas.
Se manifesta deste Vishuddha Sattva.
समझना चाहिए सदगुरु प्रधान होने पर क्या कहते हैं आधार
So when Sandhini is more prominent, then is Aadhar Shakti.
प्रधान होने
Então, quando Sandhini é mais
When Samvit is prominent, is Atma Vidya, knowledge about the soul. And when Hladini is more prominent, then is Prema Vidya, the knowledge about love.
Aadhar é vidya e Hladini é
Prema.
Prema vidya. Quando o Hladini está proeminente é Prema vidya.
So when you have Bhakti, you engage also others in Bhakti.
Então, quando você tem Bhakti e também engaja os outros em Bhakti.
फिर आगे की चले संसार की जो
Continuing.
तो कहा जाता है एक विश्व सत्य होता है शुद्ध सत्य है वस्तु सत्ता सत्ता ही सत्य कहा जाता है संधीनी क्रिया व्यतीत सत्य
Tem lá em cima, daqui a pouco.
शुद्ध चित्त में संधीनी की जो क्रिया उसके नाम जो सत्य कहा जाता है
There's so many technical words, isn't it? You have to remember.
São tantas palavras técnicas no som, vocês vão ter que lembrar.
Sorry.
Perdão.
Vê se ele é 3. Vê se ele é 3. Peraí. What happened to the...
Deu um probleminha aqui no internet.
So one thing is...
सत्ता के नाम ही सत्य कहा जाता है वस्तु की सत्ता के नाम ही सत्य कहा जाता है वस्तु है उसे सत्ता है आधार बिना कुछ नहीं है क्या बोले हाइड्रोजन और ऑक्सीजन मिलाकर के जल ये जल जो शब्द जो
So the water is the hydrogen and oxygen mixed.
Com água, também oxigênio misturado com
Mostra isso.
हाइड्रोजन और ऑक्सीजन मिलाकर के जल है
So the water is hydrogen and oxygen
जल
mixed.
जो शब्द जो है ये शब्द
So it's a molecule mixed with two elements.
moléculas. Dois elementos misturados, hidrogênio e oxigênio.
So the physics will study this, the physics.
Irão estudar.
So how many?
एक होता है ज्ञान विज्ञान
So there's the physics and the chemistry.
विज्ञान का
Então, os
So two
físicos
kinds
e
of
os químicos.
और
knowledge, the physics and chemistry.
पदार्थ विज्ञान
Dois
में
tipos
पदार्थ
de
के जो है
conhecimento.
So the physics will describe these events,
विज्ञान में दिखा जाता
like
है कितने प्रकार होते
how many kinds of padarthas.
Como quantos tipos de pradarthas?
I don't know translation of padartha. Let me see here.
Talvez não sabe a tradução de pradartha.
Padartha.
Pradartha.
Travou aqui? So remember, there's a molecule, like a mix of two different atoms, and one which is only one kind of atom alone. Two different kind of atoms, and some are only one. So some molecules, I don't know the proper English terms, but like the water is a junction of two kinds of atoms, right? Hydrogen and oxygen. Two different atoms together. So in Hindi or Sanskrit they call yogic padartha. This kind of molecule. In English, how they call? Gurudev is asking. You don't know, but there is also English term for this. Who knows? Who is listening and knows about physics? Please tell. So, but oxygen is a molecule with only the oxygen, like O2, you know? Oxygen is. So when you study the physics and description of all the elements and like this. So in the spiritual realm also. So in the Shuddha Chitta, so your heart becomes pure, and then Sandhini acts in your heart. This is called Shuddha Sattva. So the house of God, his parents, everything is manifested by Shuddha Sattva. Krishna's house, his parents. So this word ananda. So Hladini Shakti is Srimati Radhika herself. Lad means ananda, bliss, happiness. Where ananda is? The happiness is in the mind. Like in this world. Like for example, in the food, you don't see the bliss there, but how are you? Like you cannot see, but it's in the mind, this happiness or not. Like how are you? How are you? If somebody asks. No, you cannot see if the person is happy or not. Like in the mind is the thing you ask. Means the happiness is in the mind. If you say, "Oh, this food is very tasty," but how? Like how nice? How you are happy? Actually, it's a feeling. You cannot describe.
Como tá boa? Na verdade é um sentimento, não tem como distinguir.
So you like to eat and you feel happiness in eating ananda, like happiness. It's like a mood, a sentiment, emotion.
Sentimento, uma emoção em comer, você vai sentir.
Isn't it? Like you ate a rasagula. How did you like? Ah, it's sweet. But what is sweetness?
Você comeu uma rasagula. Como era? Doce, mas como assim doce?
Oh, Maharaj, yesterday you gave that rasagula.
Ontem a gente comeu rasagula.
I like to eat, but can I describe to you exactly what I felt when I ate? No, you cannot describe exactly. Like you cannot actually describe the taste and what you felt. What did you feel? Ananda is such a thing, you cannot describe it in words. You can only describe by bhav, by moods and feelings, not with words. It's like expression of sentiments. So Hladini is Srimati Radhika herself. And with Hladini, God nourishes the devotees.
वही Hladini के सार फिर क्या होगा?
And the essence of Hladini is Shuddha Sattva.
इस संधिनी के सार अंश सत्व और भगवान के स्वरूप इसमें विश्राम, जिसमें माता पिता गृहस्थान नाम अति कृष्ण सुख विकार.
So, associates and everything, they are Shuddha Sattva Vikar.
Os associados e tudo são Shuddha Sattva
Vikar.
संवित, संधीन और
So, three of them, Sandhini, Samvit and Hladini.
Então, os três deles, Sandhini, Samvit
धर्म में प्रजीजित करते रहा.
Sorry, I cannot translate. It's very difficult to words and difficult to understand.
प्रेम है अत्यंत सूक्ष्म रूप.
Prema is something very subtle.
Prema é algo muito sutil.
Jiva Goswami in the commentary explains
Goswami está explicando o Prema.
धर्म नहीं जाता,
the Jiva actually
A diva, na verdade,
कुछ हो जाएगा.
does not have Prema.
não,
Maybe you don't understand what I'm saying, but in the heart of the Jiva is Tatashta Shakti.
a diva tem Prema no coração, mas ela não pode entender no coração dela. A diva é Tatasta Shakti.
प्रेम धर्म जो है
This Prema Dharma,
Esse Prema Dharma
में रहता है.
it's in the Jiva, like in a subtle way.
está na diva com num sentido sutil.
आशित नहीं,
It's not manifested.
Não está manifestando.
जिसमें रहता है
Não está manifestando.
ब्राह्मिक धर्म रहता है.
The Jiva only has the Brahmic Dharma naturally, not the Prema.
Diva apenas tem branco.
That's why generally the Jivas, they want to merge in Brahma. Já tirei. Ah, voltou.
ब्रह्म में नहीं. क्योंकि कहते हैं जीव ब्रह्म धर्म में क्यों लीन होना चाहते हैं?
So why the Jivas, they want to merge in Brahma? Why?
Por que as divas querem se medir no Brahma? Por quê?
ना, जीव
Peraí que não adianta dizer.
साधनी सबकी स्वरूप
Because the natural tendency of the soul,
रहता. जीव कभी माया के द्वारा मोहित.
if the Jiva had Prema automatically in their heart, they'll never be attracted by Maya or deluded by Maya. Just try to understand.
जीव में जो है स्वाभाविक रूप में
The Jiva, they have naturally, they have the Brahmic Dharma automatically.
के नाते तत्व न इदम
The Jiva is Tatastha Shakti, so automatically the Jiva has this.
Shakti, e elas têm o Dharma.
Brahma is more prominent, the Brahma, this effulgence of God, not the Prema.
होना चाहते.
So the Jiva wants to be neutral.
A refulgência
The-
do Senhor e não o Prema.
काम
So
आप भी देखिए कुछ भी रहे आप चाहते हो
the tendency of the soul is to be alone, the soul wants to be alone because this some Brahma inside. This effulgence of Brahma, wants to be peaceful, and when you're tired, you want to be alone.
Quando eu estou cansado, quero ficar sozinho. Porque dentro da diva é preeminente Brahma.
स्वाधीनी प्रतिनिधि होती है.
But if Hladini was already in the soul,
Hladini,
automatically this tendency of Hladini in the soul,
माया के द्वारा
the Jiva actually would never be deluded by Maya, never. Maya will not be able to touch the Jiva.
se a Hladini for preeminente, essa tendência que também está dentro da diva
Those Jivas who are from Swarupa Shakti,
é atingida por Maya.
Maya cannot touch them because they are already manifested from Swarupa Shakti, and Hladini is very prominent in them.
Porque as divas
So those Jivas who came from Baladeva Prabhu,
Swarupa Shakti
they don't come to the material world. They don't come to the material world.
quem
The Jivas that come from Baladeva, they go directly to Goloka Vrindam.
diva nunca vem ao mundo material. Quem saiu, quem veio de Baladeva. As divas que
In their heart, they have this self-manifested Hladini Shakti.
porque no coração
So if Hladini Shakti is there,
elas têm
the self-manifested Hladini Vritti, tendency of Hladini, Maya cannot touch that.
então Maya não pode
और
tocar.
एक जीव जो कहाँ से
Other kind of Jiva, they came from Sankarshana.
Divas vieram de
वो जीव माया प्रवण नहीं होती.
Those Jivas also cannot be deluded by Maya. They also go straight to Vaikuntha.
Então essas divas elas
So three
também vão de
sources of.
Vaikuntha, não podem ser.
So where are the source of the Jivas?
और अभी से
Então qual é a
It's from Baladeva, from Sankarshana, and from Karanadakashai Vishnu, origin of the jiva.
Sankarshana,
Those who come from Baladeva go straight to Goloka Vrindavan,
और उसमें जो है
Karunodaka,
सेवा वृत्ति उसमें दो
Vishnu.
प्रकार की जीव होता है
and according to the moods that they serve, there are two kinds of jiva, female and male. Those who have the Purusha Bhav, like in the male form, they serve in the Dasasakya and Vatsalya.
थोड़ा बहुत वास्तव
Alguns têm
में
o
महादुष्टा
puxa
Sometimes in Vatsalya,
e
also there are some that female form, serving like Mother just showed it,
em Vassala
under her
também
guidance.
existem
But the other female,
como
they serve in the Madhurya Rasa.
गठन
mas as
They have
outras
female body.
que têm o corpo feminino vão
राधा जी
servir
की
em
सेवा आदि जो है
Because to serve like Shrimati Radhika, you cannot serve in a male form, male
para
not.
servir como se
That's why
não se você vir numa forma
Bhagavan,
जो भी जो
masculina.
है
Isso é porque Bhagavan,
गठन संपन्न
so these souls, they have the female body.
जगत के बारे में
por isso que essas
And
almas
they don't know anything about the material world. They don't know anything about the material world. Those who are manifested directly from there.
sobre o mundo material.
They don't even know if there is Maya, what is the material world, they don't know.
Elas não sabem nem o que é Maya, o que é o mundo material, sabem nada.
इतने सेवा में तत्पर
Because they are so absorbed in seva, so absorbed.
Que elas estão tão
From morning to evening, evening to morning.
tão absortas, de manhã até de noite,
Always absorbed in the ocean of bliss.
sempre absortas no oceano de bem-aventurança.
You cannot even imagine.
Você não pode nem imaginar
So much bliss they have when they're serving the Lord. So much bliss.
tanta felicidade elas sentem ao servir o Senhor, tanta felicidade.
आनंद बुद्धि वर्धन प्रतिपदम नामितम सर्व आत्मस्नपनम सर्व आत्मस्नपन सपन मतलब डूब जाए स्नान में जैसे
So you
एक गर्मी के
emerge completely.
Então você se imergiu completamente,
ठंडे जल में बार बार हम
Just like
apenas assim como
कितने पर डूब सौ डूब गया
like for example, 100 times you are bathing in the river in the summertime.
por exemplo, no verão,
Like not like the Vrajavasis, they don't even put their head under the water. They just like, have you seen the Jamuna? They're just going up and down with the waist, and they are not by their waist, and they're not even making their hair wet.
levantam na água e não ficam
पूर्ण
nadando.
रूप से जो है गोता लगा
No, you have to completely dive, like to wet your head and hair.
Você tem que abaixar completamente.
So they are so absorbed in bliss in the spiritual world, like this, completely immersed.
Então, como
They don't know about the happiness and the stress of this world. They don't know
estão
about Maya.
completamente imersos, não sabem sobre os sofrimentos.
Another kind of jiva, those who come from Sankarshana.
Outro tipo de diva que vem de Sankarshana.
So they go to Vaikunta. When I say Vaikunta, understand it's Maha Vaikunta.
Quando eu digo Vaikunta, entenda
Some go to Narayana Loka, Mathura, Dwaraka.
Narayana Loka, Dwaraka, Mathura.
जो है वो वैकुंठ महावैकुंठ
From Sankarshana, they go to Vaikunta and Maha Vaikunta.
वो दो
De
प्रकार की
Sankarshana, eles vão a
Two kinds of
Vaikunta
jivas
e
in this
Maha
case.
Vaikunta.
अंदर से
Dois tipos de divas nesse caso.
So, but those jivas who came from Karanadakashai Vishnu,
Mas aquelas
one
que
they go
eram
straight to
Karanadakashai
Vaikunta.
Vishnu, elas
They are called nitya mukta jivas. They stay in Vaikunta. Another kind, they come to this material world.
e outro tipo vem para esse mundo material.
इस जगत में आकर के फिर बोले इस जगत में आने से आकर के बोले दुरारोग्य हो गया
So, okay, we came here, we are unfortunate? No, we are fortunate, lucky. Because from here, we can go to Goloka Vrindavana.
Nós somos afortunados.
Those who have reached Vaikunta,
Podemos ir para Goloka
they cannot go to Goloka Vrindavana.
Vrindavana. Aqueles que foram direto para Vaikunta não têm a chance de ir a Goloka Vrindavana.
अरे ये सब भक्त की देख करके जा जिसके पास दिया जाता है वो सब दिया जा पास सबके पास नहीं होता है बना तो लीला के लिए जाते हैं
Sorry, I didn't understand what it is.
Então, a Thalita tem dificuldade de entender aqui o resumo.
क्योंकि स्पेंसन जो ये है वो लीला आदि वो भी क्या जाते हैं कि नहीं है हम कहेंगे अपराधी हो जाएंगे तो केवल लीला संवर्धित करने के लिए लोगों के करने के
Otherwise, it's an offense. So Narada is a nitya parikara of Lord. Narada, original Narada is like a gopi, Naradiya gopi. In the commentary of Ujjwal Nilamani, Vishwanath Chakravarti wrote, the original form of Narada is Naradiya gopi. So the other expansions of Narada are in other places, in like everywhere, in other. In one form, he's also like Shivastakura in Shatadvipadam. And also, he's like a brahmachari in other leelas. So this is not in your hands. She asked one thing I could understand. Gurudev said, it's not in your hands, it's depending on the desire of God. So two kinds of jivas coming from Vishnu. One go to Vaikuntha, and another come to the material world. So all the jivas that come from Sankarshana, they go to Vaikuntha and Mahavaikuntha. What is Mahavaikuntha? Mahavaikuntha. It's all the Vaikunthas. It's called Mahavaikuntha. All the unlimited Vaikunthas. Suppose Bharatavarsha. What is Bharatavarsha? India is a country. There are many provinces inside India, like the state of Bengal, state, this state, that state. They are like Raja, like states inside India. So Ananta Vaikuntha, there are unlimited Vaikuntha planets like this. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Nishinha. So many avatars. Not only one, so many. Even some, the Shastra only explained 24 avatars. There are so many more that the Shastra didn't even explain. So many unlimited, so many avatars, so many. And the forms of Bhagavan Vishnu in all these places. All they have 4 arms. So there is also Ramapriya Vaikuntha in this universe. So in this world, there is one Vaikuntha called Ramapriya Vaikuntha. Where is it? Near Satya and Sargaloka. It's a place of pastimes of Lord. Like, suppose you can buy a land in another country and live there. You were allowed to live in different places. So in the same way, God, performing His pastimes, He created a Vaikuntha in this world. It's called Ramapriya Vaikuntha. So Bhagavan manifests from Ramapriya Vaikuntha in this world sometimes. This is what Gopakumara showed. His mind was even disturbed, Gopakumara's mind. In Satyaloka, Vishnu is always manifesting from the fire sacrifice. Like Bhagavan is in all the places.
इस जगत में जो जीव आए
So the jivas
Então, as
who came to this
Hladini
world,
que vieram a este
हाँ,
mundo,
तो इस जगत में वो सब कारण से
they came from Karana Kashai Vishnu. Why?
कारण से विष्णु माया के सामने बहुत निकट रहा था
Because they are very close to Maya.
porque elas
Because they came from the Tatastha Shaktis.
इससे जो जीव इधर आ रहे
So
जो
the
सब
jivas came here.
as divas que vieram para cá,
वो तो चले गए जो चले गए उसके बाद तो
So those who left,
वो नहीं तो वो भी
elas
उन लोगों
they
को
went
पता भी
straight to the spiritual world. They don't even know about this world.
वो जीवों की भी पता नहीं है
They don't even know.
कुंड में जीव जो रहा है जगत में
divas que vieram de Karana da Caixa
तो जीवदान
In the Javadam Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains.
No Javadam, Bhaktivinoda Thakur explica.
ये जो है ये समस्त जीव जो
So all these jivas
अंदर से विष्णु
who come from Karandakashai Vishnu to this place,
माया प्रबल
As sábanas que vieram de Karana da Caixa
so Karanadakashai Vishnu is like close to Maya. That's why if you have some relationship with someone, somehow you'll be attached. Somehow.
próximo de maio, de certa forma. Se você tem relacionamento com alguém, de alguma maneira você será
प्रबल रहा था
So that's why these jivas
फिर वो
they are attached by Maya and they come to this world. Then by the influence of sadhusanga they can go away.
सदा तो इसलिए कहीं से भी ऐसे दिखा
apegadas a Maia, elas vêm para este lugar.
उस जगत के जितने लोग आता है
So all the jivas who come to this world, to go to that world, generally they are all sadhana siddha. They obtain perfection in the sadhana and they went to the spiritual world.
जीव को जो है भगवान जगत में तुलना करते हैं
Meio de sadhana, por isso que
So these jivas who went there to the spiritual world, others to go.
साधन सिद्धि
e essa
So suppose you did sadhana siddhi, you achieved perfection, and then you went to Goloka Vrindavan or to Vaikuntha,
अधिक रूप
then generally God will inspire you to come here. This is the general rule.
por exemplo,
Can you do that or not? But this is the general rule.
geralmente o Senhor vai inspirar quem veio do mundo
वो उसके इस जगत
material.
This is general.
Geralmente,
Because you already know how is the suffering of this material world, you know.
sabe?
क्योंकि लोग वैसे वैसे कहते
Some Vaishnavas they explain like this.
Então, os Vaishnavas explicam
Some Vaishnavas they say.
हैं ऐसी भी बात
And once Gurudev also told like this once.
uma vez, o Gurudeva também falou dessa forma.
भगवान के स्वरूप से वो बहुत कम आते हैं जब भगवान
Very few people come that are eternal. They only come when Krishna comes, then they come with him. Those who are eternally there, then
Aqueles que estão eternamente lá vão vir com Krishna.
उन लोग के लेकर क्या और फिर अपने होते उनको
Muito
लेकर
raro.
चैतन्य महाप्रभु आए सर्वदंड राय रमा
like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rai Ramananda, they came.
और रूप गोस्वामी सनातन गोस्वामी
Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami.
Veio o Grupo Goswami,
They came when Lord came, he came along.
eles vieram quando o Senhor veio.
Like Srimati Radhika wanted Shukadeva Goswami to come and he told, I don't want to go. But she told, no, I will bless you, that you will be able to come and I will not touch you. So generally these sadhanas, the jivas, those who attain perfection and went to the spiritual world, they come back here after. Who was the guru of Gopakumara? Jayanta.
साधन सिद्ध जीव मन साधन की सिद्धि लाभ करके सिद्ध जगत में चले गए और उसकी भेज
So-
जैसे
So in the
Aqueles que
Brihad Bhagavatam that we see here, those who attain. Who was the guru of Gopakumara? Swayam Bhagavan.
quem é o Guru de Gopakumara?
जाओ और तुम्हारी शिष्य कौन
And he told, go to the material world and bring your disciple. So he was a sadhana siddha.
उदाहरण दे रहे हैं
So the example of Gopakumara, he attained perfection through sadhana.
और किंतु उनको एक्सपीरियंस रहता है
Because he had some experience. Some Vaishnavas, they say like this.
यहाँ पर ज्यादा तो में तो वही स्पष्टीकरण हो रहा है हो सकता है नित्य भी आ रहे हैं
So Brihad Bhagavatam explains also, if Lord sends someone, that person is coming. It's not necessary that only the sadhana siddha come and the nitya siddha. Depends on the desire of God. But generally, mainly, we see that these people come, those sadhana siddha, because they already know how is the suffering of this material world. They know. They say like this, not my Siddhanta, but some Vaishnavas they say like this. Some Vaishnavas they give this Siddhanta, Gurudev is saying. Some Vaishnavas they explain in this way. So when the jiva is manifest from Tatastha Shakti, they have some sort of specific. Then they do sadhana, attain perfection, and go to the spiritual world. So the sadhana siddha jiv, nitya siddha jiv, nitya mukta jiv, all this is described. Read Java Dharma very well again and again. Continue studying. Pega o seu cabo ali e o meu negócio preto. So now lockdown, you can continue reading Java Dharma again and again. You see how many books I have open with me? How many books? So devotee is asking. Param Gurudeva, he manifested his Swarupa, his Param Gurudeva, he manifested his Ramana Manjari. He's eternally serving Bhagavan in that form, serving Srimati Radhika. Gurudev is saying, normal people cannot understand, so it's not good to discuss these things, otherwise people commit offense and they don't understand, they make fun of these transcendental things. So discuss about Manjari forms of the Gurus and all, what they're doing there, all this. So, so the jiva already has a swarupa, they have to manifest. It's not enough just to speak about it. You have to realize yourself according to your realization. It's something that you only realize. So, which ones attain perfection in the sadhana and which ones are eternally perfect, nitya siddha? Doing bhajan, then you realize what is the truth. Who is who? You have this realization. It's anubhav vidya. So first you realize your own form and then so first you open your own eyes, then you can see to others. So your eyes are not open, you're sleeping and you're trying to sing to others, to see to others. This is a foolish thing. So we'll tell this katha. There are four. So four lazy people. They are sleeping in the room. And it's cold time. They are under the blankets and it's burning in the roof of the house. Then three of them, we are hearing the sound from up. Which is this sound? Like it's actually a fire burning. They don't even want to open their eyes. One is telling to others, open your eyes and check, but he's himself not opening the eyes, just telling the other, open their eyes, open it. Because they're under the blanket, so cold, So none of them want to open their eyes. They are just telling the other. So the house was completely burnt and they died because of the laziness. Who will go to the roof to check? One is telling the other, go open your eyes and check. Go open your eyes and check. And the third told, yeah.
primeira falou, tá um barulho, ela veio, outra não, tá quentinho, vai ficar aqui no quintal. 3 pessoas dormindo dentro de uma casa, uma extensão de terra, e a casa em volta pegando fogo.
एक बार लेक्चर में सुने थे आपने बोला था क्या बोल दिया गुरु आते हैं एक शिष्य एक के रागोली आते हैं एक के लिए आते हैं ऐसा कुछ था ना उसके साथ जैसे कृष्ण जी बंसी बजाते हैं राधा जी के लिए लेकिन सब आए थे सुन लेते फिर आपने बोला था मेरे याद
अरे ये समझ में नहीं आएगा छोड़ दो सब
So not be able to understand, so better give up these topics. You will not understand because they're asking about the thing Guru came from only one disciple. They are also mentioning this thing. So actually there's no difference between a sadhana siddha and a nitya siddha. The only difference is that both have attained manjari bhav, the nitya siddha and sadhana siddha. Both are manjaris. Both are. So that one who manifested from Swarupa Shakti,
स्वरूप सिद्ध प्रकाशिका जो है, स्वरूप सिद्ध जो प्रकाश, स्वरूप शक्ति जो प्रकाशित है, उसके कहा जाता है नित्य सिद्ध कहा जाता है।
He's a nitya siddha, manifest from Swarupa Shakti. He's a parikar.
यहाँ पर जो जीव, वो उसको जीव तत्व नहीं हो रहा, पहले जो कहता है वो जीव तत्व नहीं है।
But actually, let me tell you first, that he's not a jiva tattva.
समझ रहे? वो जीव तत्व नहीं है।
He's not a jiva tattva.
जैसे मैंने कहा,
Like explains about those jivas who manifest from Baladeva Prabhu.
बस उसके हम जीव करें, उसको
Actually call them jivas, but they are not jivas.
उसके परिकर कहा,
They are called parikaras, eternal associates.
चलो वहीं पर जो नित्य परिकर आदि जो,
Okay, but the nitya parikaras which are there,
उनकी सेवा की क्या क्या होता है, वो भी मंजरी स्वरूप प्राप्त होता है।
they also attain manjari bhav, gopi bhav and everything.
वहीं पर भी उनकी सेवाधिकार प्रधान रहता है।
They also serve in this way.
जैसे रूप मंजरी आदि,
Like for example, Rupa Manjari, they are Kayu Vyuha, expansion, what is the expansion of Srimati Radhika?
ललित आदि सखीगण तार काय गुहा रूप, सखीगण हंतार पल्लव पुष्प। तो इसके द्वारा क्या होता है, वहाँ पर उन लोग की क्या प्रधानता क्या रहता है?
So what is the main thing there?
स्वतंत्रता उनकी,
The Nitya Siddha, they have independent service, Swatantrata. Whatever they want, they can do.
राधा कृष्ण की सेवा,
However they want to do Leela with Radha and Krishna, they can prepare that Leela.
वो डायरेक्टर बन जाते हैं।
They are the directors of the Leela. Let me tell you in one word, they are directors.
स्वतंत्र में सेवा रहता है।
Swatantra Mai Seva, they can do what they want in the service.
तत्रादि दाक्ष अतिवल्लभस्य वंदे गुरु से चरणारु। यहाँ पर जो गुरु रूपा सखी की जो वर्णन हो रहा है,
So this explanation of Guru Rupa Sakhi in the Guru Astakam, Nikunja Yuno Datikeli Siddhi.
निकुंज रहस्य
Nikunja Yuno. In the Nikunjas, in these confidential kunjas, the Leelas is going on. So which kind of Leela will happen today?
वो लीला की प्रस्तुत बा डायरेक्टर,
So the director of this Leela
वो गुरु रूपा सखी
is Guru Rupa Sakhi. He's one of the directors. He's a director of this Leela.
ये सलाह लेने के लिए ललिता
And Lalita Vishaka, they come to the director, Guru Rupa Sakhi, to get the advice of what to do, how to be the Leela today. So he's independent, Swatantra.
वहीं पर एक बनते रहते हैं।
The Guru Rupa Sakhi. So that's why there are the Jutas, Juteshwari, many groups serving under the guidance of specific Sakhi. Many kinds of divisions are there. So there are one Ishwari in each Juta, like in the group of Lalita. So who is Juteshwari? These leaders of the groups. The Swapaksha and Vipaksha. In the Swapaksha, Srimati Radhika is Juteshwari. In the Vipaksha is Chandravali. But Lalita Vishaka, they have small Jutas, also their groups. So after Juta, then the Gan, like subgroups. Many kinds of subgroups and division of the Sakhis. Just like in the military, also in the army, there are many divisions and categories of the officials. Brigadier, superintendents, lieutenants, major, these ranks in the army and navy, etc. So for the Sakhis, this is also given. And they relish the Leela in this way. So the Nitya Siddha, they are called Parikaras. And they have an independent service. And others, another point also, they do serve close. Nikat, like they can serve very close. Like very close to Radha and Krishna. The Nitya Siddha. Like for example, how to make the garland today. Rupa Manjari is the director of how to make that garland. Like in all the companies, they have a manager. All the companies have a manager. And this manager, he's always directing, and lower than them, there are other also assistant managers and other people who also work in the company. In the same way also there also is there. Okay, today we have to make a garland for Srimati Radhika. How to make that garland? Lalita Devi is the director. Under the guidance of Lalita Deva, there are other different manjaris, and she tells them. And they have some independent service. So each of them, it's given some service. But the sadhana siddhas who go there, they are also manjaris. Like the Nitya Siddha, they do service very close together. But the sadhana siddha, they have manjari bhav, they are also called manjaris.
इतना ही होता है
But
अधिक रूप में
generally,
अनुगत्यमयी सेवा प्रधान होती है
they are serving under the guidance, Anugatamai,
दूरगत सेवा
and also serving from far, Durgata.
फूल चयन करके लाओ
Like they go to pluck the flowers to make the garland. Rupa Manjari will tell, oh, go to pluck the flowers.
ये तो भेद है। और कभी-कभी कृपा परवश होकर
Sometimes they get some special mercy, and
मंजरियां जो है
these Nitya Siddha Manjaris also allow them,
निकटतम सेवा
the sadhana siddha, to serve close, very close service to Srimati Radhika.
किंतु जो नित्य सिद्ध होता है
But the Nitya Siddha,
कि स्वतंत्रमयी सेवा और निकट
they are Swatantra Seva, independent Seva, and also very close, Nikat.
डायरेक्टर बने
And generally they are the director of the Leelas,
सीनियरिटी है ना सीनियरिटी
because they are senior. So according to the seniority, the Seva is given according to the seniority. The most, who is more senior and experienced.
टेम्पररी होता कभी-कभी दे देते हैं उनको
Sometimes this sadhana siddha also gets some opportunity to serve closely and like this, but generally they serve from far and under the guidance, Anugatamai.
होता है ना रूपानुगत्य सेवा
That's why we say Rupanugata Seva.
सेवा अनंगमंजी की सेवा
So the service of Rupa Manjari and Ananga Manjari is Antaranga, very intimate service.
वहीं पर इतना ही होता है
Of Rupa Manjari and Ananga Manjari, very intimate service. You are a Jivatata, but if you go there also, you'll be able to serve under the guidance of Rupa Manjari.
किंतु वहीं पर ये भेदभाव नहीं
But there's not this bad, these divisions, like this discrimination. Here we sing this way, but there's no this discrimination there.
Vê como se tivessem discriminações, categorias, mas lá não.
चलो आरती हो रहा था
Now is Arati going on?
Agora eu acho que
हैं? स्वतंत्रमयी सेवा
So the service of Rupa Manjari is Svatantramai
स्वतंत्रमयी सेवा और निकटतम सेवा
and close, Nikat.
राधा जी की सेवा जो है
The service of
स्वतंत्रमयी और
Srimati Radhika.
सेवा
No, Rupa Manjari is close and independent.
próximo a eles,
राधा जी की सेवा भी इसलिए नौतम दास ठाकुर करें
Like Narottam Das Thakur explains.
ना तो हमारे संग ले यहाँ जाके सिरु के पाद बुदे मुझे मरी समर्थ हो लोकनाथ दास गोस्वामी नौतम दास के लिए गए रूपमंजरी के दिया रूपमंजरी ने क्या की राधा जी की सेवा में उसको लगाते
Lokanath Das Goswami took Narottama and engaged him in the service of, gave to Rupa Manjari, and Rupa Manjari used him in the service of Srimati Radhika. So if you understand only this, now it's already enough.
foi levado para ser
अरे भजन करते अनुभव नहीं
Do bhajan slowly, then you get realization. Knowledge is not enough in this.
faça a página devagar, e gradualmente você irá realizar muito mais.
So Shukadeva Goswami, devotee is asking, he's the speaker of the Bhagavatam.
Então perguntaram sobre o Sukadeva.
किसके नहीं दिया ये सब उत्तम उत्तम महाभागवत है
He did the question, I didn't understand.
नहीं होता नंगा के
So
होते हैं गुरु नंगा के जो
Gurudev is saying, Shukadeva Goswami is beyond all the rules. He's Uttam Bhagavata, he's walking naked. The Guru does not walk naked, but he used that. He does that, he walks naked. Because they are Uttam Mahabhagavat, like Shukadeva Goswami. Sometimes, even Kavi Karnapur also explains.
उसको इसमें नहीं दिया इसके कारण क्योंकि कहीं को विधि नहीं मान रहे
Looks like sometimes they are not following the rules, but the Guru Tata follows the rules. The Guru Tata, generally he must follow the rules. He's Uttam Bhagavat.
है तो उत्तम भागवत वो कोई कम से कम नहीं है व्यास से कम नहीं है
Like the Guru is not nothing less than Vyas. Or
कहा जाता है ना क्या
so
व्यास व्यक्ति नवत्ति
Vyasa knows or not that sloka, Vyasa Veti na Veti Vat. Aham Veti Shuka Veti Vyasa Veti na Veti Ba. This sloka explains.
Esse sloka está sendo explicado.
Aham Veti Shuka Veti. I know, Shuka knows, Vyasa knows or not, I don't know. So because when you say Vyasa here, it's not Krishna Dvapayana Veda Vyas, not.
Essa aqui não é
In this sloka. Is actually that person who is sitting on Vyasa's son.
a pessoa que está.
Because that person is also called Vyas.
Essa sim é chamada Veda.
So I know, Aham Vedmi, Shuka Beti, Shuka knows. Vyasa Beti na Beti Va. Vyasa knows or not, I don't know. This sloka explains. You can only know the Bhagavatam when God manifests for you, not by knowledge or commentaries. So maybe that person is not following the rules.
Então talvez a pessoa
But the word guru means the person is following himself and teaching to others. The real guru is like this, following the rules and teaching. Suppose Guru Das Babaji Maharaj. He is an Uttam Mahabhagavat. Sometimes he eats something, sometimes not. Sometimes he follows Ekadash, sometimes not. But sometimes you'd come to the Babajis wearing nice clothes. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur, why you're using these nice clothes? Then he told Bhaktivinoda Thakur, because these foolish Babaji, they are following my behavior. So that's why we should not imitate the Uttam Bhagavata. We should follow their instructions, not imitate.
Então nós não devemos imitar o Bhagavath, sim seguir os ensinamentos dele.
In the Bible is also written that there's a story about Jesus Christ, you know. He was in the ocean with some followers in the boat, and it was a great storm. There was a great storm. The boat was about to sink. What to do? Then Jesus was sleeping, very relaxed, nicely. This story is in the Bible. Somebody woke him up. Gurudev, what to do? He told, don't worry, let's continue. We'll sink in the water, we'll die. Then Jesus only told, go with me, come with me. So then he just saved everyone. I think they walked on the water or something. So sometimes it's like, oh, follow or imitate. So there was a small hole. The Guru was able to cross, but the disciple not. So, okay, don't imitate, follow. So, like the example of Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya, I told that day, he entered the kingdom and he went out. But we're not able to do that. We're not able to do that. And if we do that, it's useless also. Even if we can do that, it's useless first. The story of Srinivasacharya. I think Narottam Das Thakur, one of them. Yeah, Srinivasacharya. He was disciple of Gopala Bhatta Goswami. So for 7 days he was sitting in samadhi without eating anything. Then everybody thought he had left his body. Then he came who? Ramachandra Kaviraj was called his disciple. And the disciple told, okay, I will go take care of the body and I will go. So he went to Radhakunda. And they were searching because Shrimati Radhika lost her nose ring in the water of the... All the Sakis, they were searching for the nose ring of Shrimati Radhika. So he went and he asked to his Gurudev Gopala Bhatta Goswami, what happened? And then the Guru explains. So he found the nose ring, gave it to Gurudev, and like this. So sometimes they absorb in the Lila Smaran like this. So the yogis, they can go with the subtle body. So this is why Uttam, by the influence of yoga, they go in the Atma Sharir, they go there. Okay. I'll just come back 10 minutes in the beginning that we lost the translation, 10 minutes.
Então, a Taruni Gopi vai voltar 10 minutos que ela perdeu do começo da transmissão, da tradução do Hindi para o inglês.
और रूप गोस्वामी सनातन गोस्वामी अपने स्वधाम के साथ विपरीत हैं। कभी-कभी भगवान
Sometimes Bhagavan he inspires the nitya siddhas. It's not necessary. Inspires them to come in this world, the nitya siddha also. Like we say, we hear about Shukadeva Goswami. Srimati Radhika herself told to her parrots, go to the material world. So we hear about this in the story of Shukadeva Goswami. She told, go to the material world. He told, I don't want to go. Maya will catch me. Srimati Radhika told her parrot, go to the spiritual world, to material world, sorry, and tell to the people there are pastimes, and listening to this, Anugrahaya Bhaktanam, listening to our stories, people will come to this world also. So, but he told, I will not go. Why? Maya will catch me. Srimati Radhika told, but I will bless you, that Maya will never ever touch you. So generally, the sadhana siddha, those who attain perfection, and they go to the spiritual world, they are sent here. Oh, like in the Brihad Bhagavatam, we see. Sorry, this part I already translated. I put the wrong video. Sorry, 1 second. This is not video, another video. This one. Oh, just 1 sec. Now I found. Okay, this beginning here was missing 10 minutes from this video. It's without mic, very low.
Sem microfone muito baixinho, ela vai se esforçar para ver o que ela consegue entender.
Isso aqui tira aqui outro vídeo, não entendo. So we get this body because of the karma.
Então, nós conseguimos esse corpo, obtivemos este corpo devido ao nosso karma.
So the devotees, when they come to the Bhakti Marga, path of Bhakti, when immediately Bhagavan destroys all the karma of the devotee. But some of the karma God keeps for you, a little bit of the karma, for 2 reasons. Which 2 reasons? If you didn't have karma, you got this body because of the karma. So if you don't have body, then you cannot perform bhakti, you cannot perform bhajan and sadhana. So this is the first reason. Second reason is that God gives you a little bit of happiness and distress to make you humble. To make you humble and also make you more eager. Make you low and humble. Because if you're not low and humble, you cannot follow bhakti. So sometimes God gives some suffering to the devotee to make him humble and like a humble. That's why in the Srimad Bhagavatam explains Tato Dukkha, sin and suffering, the suffering of this world, the person develops detachment if he feels and sees the suffering. Understand? And also another thing is to increase the eagerness to attain to Lord. Nobody performs bhajan in the happiness, in the happy moments. But if you have some suffering, then you'll remember to Lord. If you have some suffering, you remember to God. Even the atheists, they are in the airplane, and if they say, oh, this airplane is out of control. So the pilot announces in the airplane, the plane is out of control. Everybody becomes so fearful, and who wants to die? No one wants to die. Okay, those who are crazy, it's different. But everybody wants to save themselves. Even the atheists, in this moment, everybody's like praying and thinking about God and folding hands and, oh God, please forgive me. All of them.
por ajuda. Todo mundo.
व्यक्ति भी उन
Even the atheists.
Mesmo os ateístas.
तो उसी प्रकार भगवान भगवान उसी में कहते हैं जानबूझ के ऐसे भक्त क्या
So sometimes Bhagavan gives some suffering knowingly to the devotee to make him peaceful and humble,
हम हमारे शरीर में
to make him humble.
है मैं सबको नाट
Para que ele possa ser
शरीर जब क्षीण हो जाता है हम सब
Because when we are like very strong, we don't think about Lord. Like, but if you're weak like this, then you remember God. If you're weak or disease or sick.
forte, você não vai se lembrar do Senhor.
प्रभुता पाई
Você vai se sentir fraco.
So if you get some position or some, you become so like proud. Oh, I am this and that. But if you're suffering some disease, if you're weak like this, then you remember God. You become humble.
Fraco, você vai ficar humilde.
और इसे तद्धन इस समय धीरे धीरे उनकी
So Krishna explains,
जो मैं
slowly, slowly, in this sloka, slowly, slowly, I take all the wealth of the person.
तो अपने जीवन का
Otherwise, how the person will do bhajan?
गुरुदेव
Like Swami Maharaj. His guru told him, go to preach in the Western countries.
Como Swami Maharaj, o seu guru disse, vá pregar nos países assim.
उसमें वो विचार करने कि मैं क्या
And he thought, oh, how can I preach? He was thinking, who will listen to me?
बड़े बड़े सब उनकी
So many great disciples he has already, my guru, so who will listen to me? But after 40 years,
मेरा 40
so 40 years had passed,
ध्यान नहीं
he didn't give attention to this instruction of guru.
Ele ainda não
Oh, maybe,
atenção
but
वो कितने
à instrução do guru.
पैसा कमाने में लगा दिया
he was just like earning money and working.
Ele apenas estava trabalhando, tentando ganhar dinheiro.
हमारे जो तो प्रभुपाद भक्ति का प्रभुपाद ये लिया था ना दीक्षा परिणाम दीक्षा क्यों नहीं
Because Bhakti Prabhupada gave Harinam and Diksha to Swami Maharaj.
बोला था
And after 40 years, then after his guru told, after 40 years, then he remembered. And when he remembered, when his Bengal chemicals in Allahabad went bankrupt, then he remembered the guru instruction.
Químicos tinha a empresa dele tinha
धीरे
falido
धीरे उसको
em Allahabad.
Like Krishna told in this sloka, like slowly, slowly, I take everything from the person, and the person
Devagar, devagar.
will remember me like this. So this for every human being is like this.
Para todas as entidades
What to do?
vivas é como isso.
संपत्ति हमारी
If you have wealth, money, then you also with so much ego and like this.
तो भी छोड़ा थोड़ी जाए
Nobody wants to give this up.
जीवन का ये एक यही है वास्तविक 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 सत्य है
This is actually everyone's lives is like this. This life of Swami Maharaj is not his, it's actually our life.
आवाज हो गई फिर मथुरा में
Okay, after he left Allahabad, then he came to Mathura.
Depois de Allahabad,
भजन करना शुरू
But he didn't come to Mathura to perform bhajan actually.
ele não tinha ido lá.
He wanted to reestablish his business somehow.
Ele foi lá tentar continuar de alguma maneira.
Because
करके अपने
everybody wants to somehow to reestablish your standard or like this. But somehow Shanarayana Goswami Maharaj caught him.
Posso se manter.
फिर यहीं पर है
Then he came here.
उनके जीवन कहीं ना कहीं आदर्श
So we see this the ideal life of Srila Swami Maharaj. He told also himself.
Leva a sua vida da maneira ideal.
महाभागवत के हमें शिक्षा जो दे रहे हैं जहाँ
We have to see the teaching in his life he gave to us.
फिर वो सन्यास से लिया चलो
Then he took sannyas, okay, like forcefully. He didn't want at all to take sannyas. But Shanarayana Goswami Maharaj forcefully
É a força.
told him to preach.
बोलो
Take.
Ó, tome.
तो जैसे भी लिया
Then anyhow he took. Then he went to preach. But his preaching failed in the beginning.
Pregar. Mas no começo a sua
He went to Jhansi,
foi ruim, foi fracassado. Ele foi
very difficult. Then he came to Vrindavan. Okay, I'll do bhajan in Vrindavan. Then he remembered, okay, I'll at least translate, the Gita and some books.
युग बना दिया फिर
produzir aqui.
So then God arranged.
क्या करते हैं
God arranged.
जब कोई गुरु में संपन्न हो जाए
When you surrender to Guru,
Quando você se rende ao Guru,
Gurudeva told,
Gurudeva diz,
युग बना दिया
like Krishna arranges everything.
Krishna vai arranjar tudo para
युग बना दिया भगवान क्या समझो बना
Which kind of arrangement, for example? Arrange him to go to the Western countries. He didn't have any money to go.
por aí para os planos
तो है ही नहीं उनको
ocidentais.
Even to buy the ticket in the ship to go.
महीने
The ship. Maybe like 3 months in the boat. and it's so difficult to have a journey in the ship. One night I passed in the ship, I almost died. For one night I spent in the boat, in the ship. But he was 3 months in the ship. Have you ever had a journey, ship journey? Like a cruise or something? So my boat, what I said, was 18 floors, like a cruise, like a ship, very big, long, big ship. You cannot believe. Gurudev is saying where he spent the night. Very beautiful. I got a room. It was just like a house. Everything was there. So also you have to put some belts to sleep, otherwise you can move when sleeping and you can fall from the bed. Okay, from here I was already translating, so I'll just stop here. Mas em português não.
Traduzir em inglês, então ela vai parar o inglês.